Welcome to Shaker News 101. Thank you. As you all probably know, if you're not new, I am your host, and if you are new, I am your host, Zach Wilson, and this is part 2 to what to do with a babysitter. And sadly, my co-host today, Rob Wilson, from my other videos, who I normally hang out with and interview, is not here with us. But we have an even more funner person for today, and named Becky Fowler and we mentioned her in the first episode, so give your hands up for her.
Thank you, Zachary.
That's what she calls me. Okay, so Becky, I'm gonna ask you tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I've been babysitting for over 20 years, and I have 6 families that I babysit, and Zachary is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. What else do you want to know about me, Zach?
That's basically it. So, we're going to ask you some more questions, if that's okay with you.
Sounds good to me.
So, question number 1. We still love that buzzer. Okay. Question number 1. Do you enjoy the kids you work with?
Absolutely.
Like, on a rate scale of 1 to 10, be honest.
Well, it depends. Some are more fun to be with, and some of them are less fun to be with. Some of them are better behaved, some of them are less better behaved. So, it just depends on the day.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, question number 2. I still love that buzzer. Well, the ding noise. Anyhow, what games do you normally play with your babysitting child?
Well, it depends on the child. Some of them are more technologically advanced. Some of them like video games. Some of them just want to watch TV. But for the most part, I try to play a board game or so with them to get them away from the TV.
All parents and guardians do that.
Well, TV is the easiest babysitter.
Yes. I used to have a babysitter in Florida. Oh my God, I literally just forgot her name. I promise you 100% that I did have a babysitter in Florida who all she did was basically watch TV, horror movies, while I was playing in my room.
That is a terrible babysitter.
Yes, but she was okay. She was nice.
Well, that's good.
Someone like Shard. No, it's not even. I don't remember. But anyway, let's move on to our next question. Okay, so what did you do before being a babysitter?
Well, I was probably 13 or 14 when I started babysitting, so I suppose I was just a kid. But I fell in love with children because my mom had a daycare in our house.
You've been telling me that you work at the JCC?
Mm-hmm. In the after-school program.
All you people out there who love the JCC, put your hands together. So, how many questions have we done so far? So this is going to be our fourth question.
Unless you count my name. That wasn't a question, no. That was...
No, that wasn't a question. Now, this is one, this is a good question, actually. What is a typical night when you babysit?
Well, depending on the family, we try to do as many things as we can before bedtime. Bedtime's also a really good time, too. We play games. We try to do some arts and crafts. Depending on the situation, sometimes after that we might watch a movie or a TV show, a favorite TV show. Whatever we have time for before bedtime, and if you need a bath or whatever, we finish up everything we're doing, go take your bath, brush your teeth, time for bed, and we read books. And then you go to sleep.
Interesting. And quick question. What's the earliest bedtime that you work with?
8:15.
What's the latest bedtime?
8:16.
Wait.
Your bedtime is not 11 p.m., Zachary.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. It is. 9.
Close. 9:30.
9:30. See? Not 11 p.m., Zachary.
But I can't. Why is we always go to sleep at that time? 11 o'clock. We used.
11 o'clock is my bedtime, Zachary.
No, it's not.
Oh, but it is.
No, it's not.
I will be asleep on the couch if your parents are not home. Because my bedtime's 11 p.m.
Fine, we'll go with that.
Good.
It's not.
It is too.
So our next question. I love that ding.
I do too. Let's be honest.
How many pets live in besides it's hard to pronounce.
You're actually the only one with a pet.
Ooh. So can you
that
tell?
Would be Henry.
Can you tell a little bit about my pet to the audience?
He loves me.
Is it a dog or a cat or a moose or a pig?
He is a giant moose dog. The size of a standard poodle. The face of a terrier. The heart of a nobleman.
I think he's just a terrier.
No, he's Henry. Don't talk about Henry like that, Zachary.
Well, yeah, let's go with that. He's a dog.
He's a nobleman. I think he's taking a nap right now.
That's what he always does.
That's what he's good at. It's his talent.
Next up, I would like to, okay, next question. Question number what?
I don't know.
Let's go with question number 6.
65?
I don't know what's that much.
Your bedtime's not 11, Zachary.
Yes, it is. Your bedtime's not 100 o'clock.
It was yesterday.
Why?
Because I was tired. I got up at 7:30 a.m.
I get up at 6.
That's why your bedtime's not 11 p.m., Zachary.
Yes, it is.
No, it is
I
not.
get how many hours of sleep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hours of sleep.
That is not enough.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no, it is not.
And I don't even think I did the math correctly.
No, you did not.
Next up, when one of your kids, oh, forgot that buzzer. Question number 7. When one of your kids has a tantrum or something like that, gets mad or something like that, how do you handle it?
Well, first, we have to figure out what the tantrum is about. If someone is crying because they want 17 scoops of ice cream, I have to handle it telling them that that is just not a good choice.
Has that happened?
It has happened. 17 might be a exaggeration, but it's happened. And I usually tell them that it's not good for their tummy, and they don't need all that sugar, and that the only person profiting off of that is the dentist.
Yes.
Yes.
So true.
That dentist, crazy guy. Pulling teeth, filling cavities.
Okay, so that was question number 7. We have 2 more questions.
All right. Bring them on.
Question number 8.
Is it number 8? I think so.
What kind of bedtime stories do you tell?
Well, usually, depending on how many children I am watching, they get to pick out at least one of their favorite books. So with you, Zachary, you get your own book, and we read as many chapters as we can within the time before your bed time, which is not 11 p.m.
Which it is.
So usually, if there's 2 children, one gets to pick their favorite story, and then the other one gets to pick their favorite story. And if we have time, we can pick a book out together. So it's not just one story. If we have time, it can be up to 3 stories. Just depends.
Our 9th question.
I want the bell. Oh, I love that bell.
You're mocking me. Anyhow, like, how many kids have you worked with at a time?
Babysitting?
Yeah.
I've had up to 4 children at a time.
Ooh.
That was a fun bedtime.
And you've had...
Don't put on your pajamas! No! Ah!
And you have 1 is your least.
Well, if I had none, I'm not really sure who I'd be babysitting. Could be house sitting. If there were no children. Or it could be Henry sitting.
Okay, so it's our last question, number 10, sadly. But before we go to that, I would just like to mention to you that my